Want to speak real Italian from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at ItalianPod101.com.
Hello everyone, welcome back to ItalianPod101.com. My name is Daisy, mi chiamo Daisy, and in this video we're gonna talk about what happens in Italy during April. Aprile in Italia. Aprile in Italia. Aprile is April, so the fourth month of the year, and it starts with an event already, right? The 1st of April is April's Fool, which in Italian is called pesce d'aprile. Pesce d'aprile. So fish of April. April's fish. Now there are different theories on why it's called like that. One of those says that it refers to people that went fishing in the first days of April and couldn't find anything. And that's why when they came back, people would make fun of them and ask them about the fish and being like, where's April's fish? But that's just a theory, probably because we cannot really find why it's called like that. And as for the reason why it's done, you probably know that even worldwide, it's also not well defined. But one of the most famous theories says that that's because before the Roman calendar, so with the Gregorian calendar, New Year's was between March and April. And when they changed, people could not really adjust to that or figure that out. So they still gave presents. So people that wanted to make fun of them for not adjusting to the times gave them empty presents. And that's where the pranks come from. But again, nothing is 100% sure. Anyway, what is usual in Italy, it's not really a big thing like the news or stuff like that, maybe just recently because they try to imitate USA and so on. But what we do is, especially in schools, kids stick a paper on the back of their mates with pesce d'aprile. Pesce d'aprile. Either being just written down or in the shape of a fish. And yeah, that's fun because you're made fun of, people around you are not supposed to tell you, you know how it goes. Then the next event would be Easter, and they say it would be because we don't know the exact date every time, right? Because it's a flexible holiday, not as in flexible we decide when it is, but it depends on the moon and equinox and the religious thing, right? So before Easter, actually 1 week before, there's La Domenica delle Palme. La Domenica delle Palme. When it's common for people, especially if they're religious, to give each other small and short branches, not really a branch, but a short piece of palm. And that's because in the past, Jesus was welcomed by people waving what they could find in fields and so on, so in Jerusalem, and it was palms. Then we have Easter, Pasqua. We call it Pasqua Bassa when it comes early and Pasqua Alta when it comes later. Pasqua Alta, Pasqua Bassa. There are many symbols for Easter, and of course it all revolves around food, but there's l'uovo di Pasqua, so Easter egg, which is usually made of chocolate and it has a surprise inside, una sorpresa. There are different brands, countless at this point, and it comes from the fact that it reminds the empty cave where Jesus was not found. Really common are eggs in all shapes and forms. Especially there is also la Pasqualina, which is a salty cake, a quiche we could even call it, which is usually made with spinach and ricotta cheese and eggs. Sometimes there are different cheese, it really depends on the region. In fact, some regions also have pizza di Pasqua, more like a salty cake than a pizza again. Another important symbol is the lamb, so l'agnello, and it's common to eat that, and it represents the sacrifice of Jesus. As sweets, beside the chocolate, there's also la colomba, which is a sweet dessert like a cake. I would say it's the Easter version of the panettone, if you remember that from Christmas. And the shape remembers the one of a dove, colomba, and that's why it's called colomba, dove in Italian. Then what happens the day after Easter is Pasquetta. Literally small, cute Pasqua, Pasquetta. It's always on a Monday and it's always a holiday because you can go and have a gita fuori porta. Gita fuori porta. So outside of the door trip. It's like 1 day trip where you go outside with your friends or family and have a picnic, and usually also a barbecue. So you grill meat and that's called grigliata. Grigliata. Di solito faccio la grigliata di Pasquetta con gli amici. Usually I have Pasquetta's grill, Pasquetta's barbecue with friends, because it's common to grill on Pasquetta. So la grigliata di Pasquetta. There's also a saying that goes like Natale con I tuoi, Pasqua con chi vuoi, even though it's not really true because you could apply that to anything that rhymes. But yeah, Christmas with yours, relatives, and Pasqua and Easter with who you want. Moving towards the end of the month, on the 25th, we have la celebrazione della liberazione, or la festa della liberazione. So the celebration or the holiday of liberation, literally. And that's to celebrate what happened back in 1945. On that day, Italy became free from the Nazi-fascist invasion. So it was the last day of fascism in Italy. And every year, to commemorate this time, the President of the Republic goes to the altar of Il Milite Ignoto, so the unknown soldier, Il Milite Ignoto, to give a crown of flowers as a symbol, in order to remember all the people that fought or unfortunately died during the war. Around cities, there are marches with, the flag and the 3 colors of Italy. And being it a national holiday, when it happens on Tuesdays or Thursdays, then there is a ponte, so a bridge of holidays, basically, from the weekend to the day of the celebration. And that's also a nice moment to have a getaway, because the weather is starting to get warmer. In fact, you get from 10 minimum till 20 degrees in April, usually. So this is a nice time to travel, also because on the 1st of May it's holiday again, so you could also have another bridge or just have a whole week if you take some days off of ponte, of bridge of holidays, right? Lastly, I want to tell you that the last day of April, the 30th of April, is my birthday. I'm kidding, I mean it's true, but it's not a big event yet. So yeah, that's basically what happens during April in Italy. I personally think it's a great month to travel around, not only because of holidays, but also because the weather is getting warmer and it's nice to finally be outside. Finally, you can go out without jacket, sometimes, not always. Let me know in the comments if you ever happened to be in Italy during April and if you enjoyed it. Also, remember that you can click the link in the description and download our PDF lessons in order to be able to have real Italian conversations with native speakers. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Ciao ciao.
Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.